The Obama-controlled deep state has done everything in its power to erase Trump from the presidency, and it is now apparent that everyone involved in these so-called special investigations is clearly on Obama's payroll. By way of leaks that provide sensitive intelligence material to the liberal mainstream media, the ex-president is using spies of every arena to push his agenda. In addition to these constant leaks, we have also received proof from a rogue United Nations official that Obama is in fact actively engaging in a coup d'état against President Trump, which is the first time this has happened to a sitting president in our nation's history. Obama and his henchmen are actively breaking federal law. Now a startling development has revealed that Obama has a team of secret police at the White House that has been quietly doing his bidding from the moment that President Trump was sworn into office. The FBI seems to now be fully operating as Obama's secret police, as these law enforcement agencies are now doing the bidding of corrupt politicians rather than upholding their oath, which is to pursue impartial justice on behalf of the public. Now Mueller and his team have been busted in another massive scandal, involving a secret meeting that took place right before a congressional testimony. In addition to Mueller and former FBI Director Comey being good friends, which is a conflict of interest with the investigation, the Gateway Pundit reports that they pair secretly met before Comey's testimony to Congress in June, which is now enough evidence to contaminate the entire investigation. Back in May, after crooked Comey was fired by President Trump, Comey was asked to appear in front of Congress. Comey, however, postponed his meeting with Congress because he wanted to meet with special counsel and best friend Robert Mueller before appearing in front of the Senate. CNN reported in May. Comey met with best friend and dirty cop Mueller and then appeared before Congress. Comey's testimony was the pinnacle moment where the deep state showed that they were out to remove President Trump from office. However, Comey's testimony imploded, as Judicial Watch reported. On June 8, 2017, Comey gave testimony before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, in which he admitted, "I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with a reporter, for the New York Times. I didn't do it myself for a variety of reasons, but I asked him to because I thought that might prompt the appointment of a special counsel." To date, neither Comey or Mueller have declared what was shared at their secret meeting before the Senate hearing. Judicial Watch requested what was shared at this meeting, but the information was not provided by the FBI or DOJ, and so Judicial Watch had to sue to receive this information. In their report about their request, Judicial Watch notes Judicial Watch also sent acting FBI Director Andrew G. McCabe a warning letter concerning the FBI's legal responsibility under the Federal Records Act, FRA, to recover records, including memos Comey subsequently leaked to the media, unlawfully removed from the Bureau by former Director James Comey. Mr. Comey may have violated the law in leaking these memos to the media, said Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. It would be a scandal if Comey coordinated his Senate testimony with Mr. Mueller's special counsel office. That we have had to sue in federal court speaks volumes. Mueller should have never accepted the job of special counsel due to his many conflicts of interest. He should have recused himself immediately after accepting the position. When he and Comey met secretly, he should have resigned. Now he should be prosecuted for trying to overthrow duly elected President Trump and therefore the U.S. government. As if all of this isn't enough to show the clear witch hunt that is being portrayed against President Trump and anyone who gets close to him, Circa recently reported in depth on the possibility that General Flynn was also probably railroaded by the FBI in a retribution-type manner for a letter he wrote to help a female agent who filed a complaint against her supervisor, who at the time was none other than McCabe. Gritz's initial complaint in 2012 named the FBI supervisor below McCabe. She chose to resign from the FBI in 2013. Her case becoming the poster child for a national public radio story on the FBI's allegedly hostile environment for women agents in 2015. In 2014, Gritz amended her EOC complaint to specifically name McCabe, alleging she suffered a hostile environment, defamation of character through continued targeting by Andrew McCabe in official documents, and continuous patterns and instances of severe and excessive hostile behavior, attitude toward complainant. These actions have a negative impact on the complainant, professionally, financially, and personally. Flynn's intervention in the case occurred around the time that McCabe's name was added to the complaint. Flynn's first act was to write a letter of support in her case. SSA Gritz was well known, liked and respected in the military counterterrorism community for her energy, commitment and professional capacity, and over the years worked in several interagency groups on counterterrorism targeting initiatives, Flynn wrote May 9, 2014. At the time, Flynn was an Army Lieutenant General and the Chief of the Defense Intelligence Agency, and he put his letter on official agency stationery to be submitted in Gritz's case. As soon as Gritz revealed to the FBI that Flynn and other top federal figures had written letters to support her case and likely would be called as witnesses, the Bureau dispatched a lawyer to try to block the evidence from being included in the EO case, documents show. The FBI has reviewed the letters submitted by the complainant and objects to their inclusion in the record, the Bureau's lawyer wrote. They are self-serving letters, not part of any personnel file nor contemporaneous generated during the period of Ms. Gritz's employment with the FBI, and which she has unilaterally solicited and obtained. They should be excluded. While the FBI argued Gritz's had become underperforming, tardy to work, insubordinate, possibly mentally ill or emotional and deserving of a poor performance review, Flynn argued just the opposite, saying he saw the agent excel while working with the DIA and other intelligence community agencies. Her work consistently made a positive difference, Flynn wrote. Her tenacity and personal commitment consistently produced outstanding results in the most challenging environments. Flynn went further, offering an interview in 2015 with NPR in which he called Gritz one of the bright lights and shining stars in the intelligence community who just kinda got it when it came to the kind of enemy that we were facing and the relationship that was necessary between law enforcement and the military. I don't think it can be made any more clear that all of these acts combined clearly show a very in-depth and heinous crime wave perpetrated by those corrupt individuals who would see our president taken out long before he can actually fix the problems that plague this county. Mueller is the head of the snake in this instance and needs to be removed immediately before all of these treasonous actions spark a civil war. The silent majority in this country are no longer silent, and they are far from stupid. We the people see all of this and we know exactly how dangerous this could turn out to be for us as civilians. It is time to step on the throats of the political elite with their backward agenda and end this tomfoolery against our president. Every single person involved in this deep state tactic belongs in jail.